How does addiction affect us? Addiction is an epidemic that impacts millions of people in the United States alone, and in order to answer our question, we investigated some of the biggest addictions we see today and how they affect our brains. The first addiction we focus on is cell phone addiction. Think about how hard it is to put down your phone on some days. This may be because using our phones activates the mesocortical, nigrostriatal, and mesolimbic neural pathways, which are the pathways that are activated when anticipating or experiencing a reward. Every text, picture, and notification causes constant firing and releases dopamine into the brain. These act as mini rewards that become associated with stimuli from our phone, and over time the connections become very strong. Without your phone, your brain releases cortisol, a stress hormone which increases anxiety, and technology companies have exploited their massive audiences with website and product designs that are created with the purpose of keeping users engaged and scrolling in order to maximize views and profits. Social media companies will often use functions such as scrolling up to refresh content that is addictive and similar to that of a slot machine in gambling, giving users an illusion of control. Substance abuse, which includes alcohol abuse, affects millions of people in the United States alone and refers to an excessive use of an addictive substance that is detrimental to others, oneself, and society. One important and controversial player in the discussion of substance abuse are the pharmaceutical companies who control public perception around public health and make billions of dollars per year on not only giving people drugs they don't necessarily need, but also on the people that want them for recreational purposes that may eventually lead to addiction. With alcohol also being such a prevalent part of our culture, it's sometimes difficult to even determine whether someone is addicted to alcohol or not. In the brain, alcohol enhances GABA, the inhibition in the brain, and decreases glutamate, the excitatory messenger. Dopamine, the reward hormone, also plays an important role in alcohol addiction. Alcohol increases the amount of dopamine in the midbrain, and when consumed more and more, alcohol becomes addictive in a person's life, and their other needs or obligations are left. But with addictive things being so prevalent and accessible in our modern society, how can we avoid becoming addicted? It's hard to say for sure, but with addictive substances, not starting at all is the only foolproof way to avoid addiction. After an addiction has taken hold, support groups such as AA can be effective in helping to change thinking patterns to overcome addiction. For cell phones, simply limiting screen time and access to the internet has been shown to improve sleep quality and attention span after just 5 days, and decrease anxiety after 2 weeks. Although many of us may not think we have an addiction, no one started out wanting to become an addict. In order to avoid potential pitfalls in the future, we must be aware of how technology and substances can take hold of our lives in malicious and harmful ways that we may not yet realize. Thanks for watching.